Dear chairs, dear PhD students, supervisors, and guests, welcome to the 6-month progress report at the Center for Translational Medicine at Semmelweis University. We've learned during the last 6 months that we must have a clear vision and mission to achieve our specific goals. I think today we have one common vision, which is science into healthcare. And our mission will be to make a breakthrough change in patient care and scientific education. We believe in innovation. Our aim is to provide opportunities for you to apply new knowledge and skills by practicing in as realistic setting as possible. The translational medicine cycle model being established years ago with the collaboration of Nobel laureates and international colleagues contains 4 main elements. The first one is science, where we have to find the best clinical question to ask. And then, if we are able to answer this question, we will have the knowledge. However, we always say that it doesn't matter how important your results are. If it's not written and published, no one will know about it. And here comes the communication part. And only after it's published, it will be implemented into clinical practice, and this is the 4th element, which is the healthcare. The results of the translational medicine being published in the highest quality journals and immediately being implemented into clinical practice to improve patients' outcomes. If we compare the number of students at the Center for Translational Medicine when we've started 2019, we've have roughly around 19 students started their PhD with us per year. However, in the last 3 years, we have around 90 students started their PhD studies with us. As we always say, this is called the golden year. You have 4 days dedicated to scientific activities and only 1 day to clinical practice. We encourage everyone to use these 4 days wisely because starting from next year, you will not have this time. You will have 1 day dedicated to scientific activities and 4 days to clinical practice. We've started with 100 applicants in last September. 89 of them got admitted to our PhD training school. We divide the year into 4 main phases. Each phase is basically 3 months. We've closed phase 1 basically in the 3-month progress report. 89 students started phase 1, and with one strategy, which is learning by doing. What we've learned during the first 3 months was how to find the best clinical question to ask, how to simplify it and clarify it so everyone in the room can understand it, and how to choose the best methodology designed to answer your question. And our expectation was that everyone basically started drafting their PhD thesis and learn the different methodologies, including systematic reviews, meta-analysis, clinical trials, and registries. And of course, that we expect everyone to reach at least the data extraction after the 3 months, of course with some exceptions based on the project size and complexity. 87 students passed phase 1 and moved to phase 2. And in phase 2, we learned how to write an article, how to communicate professionally, and how to interpret these results critically. And our expectations after the 6 months that everyone is expected to complete their search and to show some results, and hopefully we will discuss a lot of results today, and to present their achievements. 86 students passed phase 2 and will move to phase 3. And this is the current status of Project 1 for the first PhD students. Within a period of 6 months, we already sent the first manuscript for internal review. 7 students have their final analysis and currently writing their manuscripts. And of course, most of the students received part of their results. In phase 3, you will have the opportunities to meet and talk with top scientists and researchers, and I will introduce 2 of them today. Our expectations after the next 3 months, that everyone is expected to submit their first paper, everyone is expected to complete their search and data, and of course to present your achievement. This is a summary slide about the first-year PhD students. We have double amount of females comparing to males. But what I would like to highlight in this slide that we don't only have medical doctors in our PhD school. We have dentists. Actually, the biggest group we have in this year is the dentistry. We have pharmacists, we have biologists, we have psychotherapists and physiotherapists, and even MD PhD students, and many more. 178 studies are running since September. And I want you to imagine the clinical benefits if you are able to answer 178 questions and being immediately implemented into clinical practice to improve patients' outcomes. We believe in feedback, so I will ask everyone to evaluate each other. You will have a QR code attached with the program, so please use the second QR code for day 2. And you can evaluate your colleagues based on the presentation skills, discussion skills, and your overall impression. Students will have 10 minutes for their presentation, followed by 4 minutes of discussion from the chairs and the audience. And all students expected to ask at least one question during the day. One of the most successful innovations at the Center for Translational Medicine that if you are able to ask 3 questions during the day, you will have a certificate of excellent questionnaire and, of course, supported by a bottle of wine. We don't only improve in clinical research. We've already established the social club and the sport club and the art club with continuous invitations that we always send you an official invitation to join us. And our upcoming social event will be the Gatsby Party after the last day of the 6-month progress report on the 7th of March. I hope to see many of you there to celebrate our success together. The sport activity will be on August 19th. We will have a challenge day or the bike ride around the Lake of Balaton. Everyone is also welcome to join. We will send you an official invitation about that. Believing in yourself is the first key of success. However, we must have a clear vision with commitment and hard work, and we guarantee you success at the Center for Translational Medicine. Speaking about success, this is a summary slide of the statistics of the translational medicine in the last few years. We've already reached the milestone of 1,000 cumulative impact factor, with hundreds of papers being published and submitted. And here on this slide, you can see the top papers published in the highest quality journals. As I said, in the next 3 months, you will have the chance to meet and talk with top researchers and scientists. And one of them will be Professor Brian Kobilka, who's from Stanford University, who's a Nobel Prize winner in 2012 by discoveries of the G protein coupled receptors. And he will join with Professor John Wong Eo Lee from the Department of Hematology and Oncology from the National University of Singapore, one of the top universities in the world as well. The event will be on April 12th at 9 a.m., and the location will be announced later. This event will be mandatory for first-year PhD students, and of course, everyone in the CTM is welcome to join. This is the career path at the Center for Translational Medicine. And next year, you will have the chance to become an SMS, or the Science Methodology Supervisor, and we will send you the application form hopefully soon. And those who are interested, you will have, of course, the high number and high quality of publications and work in a youthful and dynamic environment, have some international collaboration, and of course, if you cannot have full-time job with us, you can have the possibility for part-time. The recruitment for next year is also started. Please join our webinar on the 3rd of April at 6 p.m. Professor Hiji will be able to answer all your questions. And please invite all your friends and colleagues who might be interested in joining our PhD program. With this, I finally pass the mics to our esteemed chairs. I wish you a successful event, and I'm looking forward to listening to all your presentation. Thank you so much.